Hey man, what are you doing? We're supposed to be going fishing downstream.
We're gonna go fishing, but I first have to add to my citizen science collection.
Citizen science? What's that?
Well, I'm really glad you asked that question. Citizen science involves a collection of real scientific data and allows for the active engagement and collaboration of the general public or public volunteers in scientific data. This allows scientists to collect larger data sets in areas they typically wouldn't have access to. Citizen science, however, shouldn't be confused with crowdsourcing. Although a lot of people think crowdsourcing and citizen science are similar, crowdsourcing is actually a broader subject in that it deals with larger groups of people who provide resources such as money and computing power. Crowdsourcing provides larger data sets and makes the information in the data more accessible, while citizen science deals with the actual and specifics of collecting that data.
So why would someone want to participate in a citizen science project? Well, besides the opportunity to contribute to science, conservation, or learn something new, it can also be fun. Some citizen science projects are set up like games. You can show off your skills by climbing to the top of the leaderboards, win prizes, or even earn a co-authorship on a journal article. Citizen science projects have been around for a long time in various forms. The Christmas Bird Count is the longest running project, which was started in 1900. Another similar project called eBird was launched in 2002. eBird is a good example of how citizen science can fit in with the activities you already enjoy. Birdwatching is a popular outdoor hobby, and eBird allows you to keep track of all the birds you've seen and share those sightings with other birders, researchers, and conservationists. There is even options for people who are just looking for something to do to pass the time, such as transcribing or processing data. CitizenScience.org has over 1,000 projects that you can be a part of, and a quick internet search will uncover many more. So take a look, see what's out there, because it doesn't take an advanced degree to be a scientist, just a healthy sense of curiosity.
Hey Chris, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm just taking some pictures here of these Phragmites that are invasive. And what I'm doing is taking the photos for the Missing app, which allows the DNR and local authorities to know of invasive species in the area. And by jotting down some information, we can better assess the situation on the invasive species and go have a plan of action for that. And I'll show you how the Missing app works, like so. So once you download the app, you come to a home screen and you have two options to report for invasive species. You have plants or animals. Let's look at plants here. So from that you have a list of categories in which a plant will fall under. The plant we are looking for falls under grasses. And once you scroll through the list of species, come down to Phragmites here, and you can report that it's in the area, or you can report that it's not in the area where it has previously been reported. You can also look at photos of the specimen to better have an understanding of how to identify the invasive species. You can look at the maps of the known locations of the invasive species. That's all you need to do.
Well, that sounds really easy, but what do the experts have to say about citizen science? Have you ever personally used data collected by citizen scientists for scientific research?
So yes, definitely. We have a project working on a federally listed butterfly. So there are specimens that have been collected since the 1700s of this species, Powashik skipperling. There were a lot of them at the University of Florida. So they took digital images of all of the specimens and put them into sort of a citizen science expedition that allowed the public to actually transcribe all the label data. And that resulted in a database or a data set that we could incorporate into our database that showed the distribution of the species.
Do you think the number of publications utilizing citizen science will increase with citizen science becoming more mainstream?
So definitely, there's more and more citizen science initiatives popping up all over. I think involving the public in science helps the public understand science better. And informs in a way that, the scientists can't be everywhere all the time. There's a lot of interesting observations out there that can help us understand distributions of biodiversity. So when we start understanding how we can apply the citizen science data and the accuracy of some of that, how we can look at the sheer volume of it and utilize it in our science, we will start having more and more publications in that way.
So overall, citizen science can be a rewarding hobby almost anybody can get into. It can help scientists document wetland and aquatic plants all across the Great Lakes. And remember, deep down,
And you can be too.